The funeral was barely over. The smell of lilies and damp earth still clung to the fabric of my black suit, and the silence in my house was a physical weight, pressing down on the two people left standing in the wreckage of my life, me, a 70-year-old widow who had just buried her only child, and Chloe my son's wife, my daughter-in-law, who had always worn a polite mask of indifference that had, until now, fooled everyone but me. My beloved son, James had been killed instantly in a tragic construction accident, leaving me shattered and dependent on the life insurance payout that was supposed to secure my old age. That money, a clean $750,000, was safely held in a joint account that James and I had set up years ago, ensuring my financial stability, as I had no retirement savings of my own. Chloe knew this. She knew James had been the rock holding up my world. So, when I finally asked her, hesitantly, "Chloe, I know this is a terrible time, but can we just confirm the details of the policy? I need to start planning." I expected at least a moment of sympathetic acknowledgement, maybe a hug. What I got instead was a brutal, cold-blooded ambush that instantly turned my overwhelming grief into a white, hot fury. Chloe didn't even look up from her phone, which she had been scrolling through since we got back from the cemetery. She delivered the words not just with malice, but with a shocking, entitled casualness that suggested she was discussing the weather, not my impending destitution. "Plan? You don't need to plan, Janet You need to listen. The policy was rewritten 3 months ago, and I am the sole beneficiary, not the joint account. I already cashed it out, and since James's salary covered your mortgage payments on this house, and he's not here anymore, you have 60 days before I sell it." I stared at her, the blood draining from my face. $750,000, all of it, and the house. I stammered. Chloe finally looked up, her expression a perfect mix of bored cruelty and contemptuous dismissal. She crossed her arms, smirked, and delivered the final, devastating hammer blow, the words that I will carry to my grave. Don't be dramatic. Pack your bags and learn to survive. I need that money for the life James promised me, not for your funeral fund. My own daughter-in-law had not only stolen the entire financial security net my son had set up for me upon his death, but she was throwing me out of the home I had shared with my son and late husband for 40 years, mocking my distress just 2 days after the burial. The core conflict was immediate. Did I collapse into the grief and destitution she had designed for me, or did I fight back using the secret James entrusted me with? A secret that, if exposed, would instantly destroy Chloe's glittering, entitled future, ensuring she lost everything just as she had ensured I lost mine. Was I justified in unleashing a catastrophic revenge plan against the woman who had buried my retirement and my home simultaneously? Or should I have swallowed the loss for the sake of family? Tell me if you would have chosen calculated, total war, or resignation. To truly understand the depth of this betrayal and the reason I couldn't just walk away and find a smaller, cheaper place, you have to know the history of my son, James, and his toxic, controlling relationship with Chloe. My name is Janet and I was 70. My husband, Robert, passed away 10 years ago. James was our only son, a kind, hard-working man who felt an intense, almost crushing sense of obligation to ensure I was cared for. He bought this house, a modest 4-bedroom colonial, after his father died, ensuring I would never have to worry about the mortgage. He lived with me for a few years, and then, 5 years ago, he met Chloe. Chloe was 35, beautiful, ambitious, and utterly obsessed with social status. She was a professional Instagram influencer, or as I called her, a professional illusionist. Everything in her life had to appear perfect. The designer clothes, the expensive trips, the constant upgrades to James's car and our house. She saw James not as a partner, but as a reliable source of income to fund her facade. James was madly in love, but he was blind. Chloe insisted he constantly put his name on new loans, upgrade the house using my kitchen as a backdrop for her cooking videos, and spend every penny he earned trying to keep up with her demands. He was drowning in debt, working dangerous overtime shifts as a construction foreman just to afford the life Chloe demanded. I warned him constantly, "She's using you, James," I'd say. He would always respond with that gentle, defeated look. "I know, Mom, but I love her. I can't leave her." 2 years ago, James came to me, white-faced and terrified. He confessed that Chloe had pushed him into a massive, secret $200,000 personal loan to fund a disastrous startup idea of hers. The repayments were impossible. He admitted he was financially leveraged to the breaking point. In that moment of complete honesty, James quietly revised his life insurance policy with his attorney. He initially kept me as the primary joint beneficiary on the main $750,000 policy, and he created a small, supplementary policy for Chloe. But Chloe, always snooping, found out and demanded he change the main policy to her name, threatening to leave him if he didn't. James, terrified of losing her, did it, but not before taking one final, necessary protective measure. In a tearful, late-night confession, James revealed the hidden truth. Chloe's entire life was a lie built on stolen intellectual property, her successful Instagram brand, her startup idea, even the name of her company. All of it was stolen from a much smaller, brilliant graphic designer named Anna whom Chloe had worked for briefly years ago. Chloe had signed a brutal non-disclosure agreement (NDA) and non-compete clause with Anna, but then systematically stole Anna's entire branding, concept, and marketing strategy the moment she left, knowing Anna was too small and poor to afford a legal fight. James, sick with guilt, had secretly compiled a massive, airtight dossier detailing the theft emails, original design files with timestamps, and a signed copy of Chloe's NDA, and he had stored it on an encrypted hard drive, giving me the password. "If anything ever happens to me, Mom," he had choked out, "if Chloe tries to hurt you or leaves you destitute, use this. It will destroy her brand, her career, and her entire income stream. It will put her exactly where she tried to put you." He never wanted me to use it, but he had given me the weapon. And 2 days after his death, Chloe had given me the target. The betrayal was complete. She had taken everything James meant for my stability, the money, and the roof over my head, to fund the very lifestyle built on a lie that destroyed him financially and physically. The sale of the house was already being finalized. The realtor had been called, and the 60-day clock was ticking. I was staring down the barrel of homelessness, financially wiped out by my grief-stricken son's narcissistic widow. The $750,000 was already gone, likely transferred into some investment fund Chloe could parade on social media. My only recourse was James's final, desperate act of protection, the nuclear option that would expose Chloe's professional fraud, causing massive financial and legal repercussions from the original victim, Anna, and potentially collapsing her entire online empire. So that's the situation I was in. I was an old woman, widowed, heartbroken, and just days from being made homeless by the greed of my daughter-in-law. I had the power to deploy a secret weapon that would ruin her entirely, wiping out her income, exposing her as a fraud, and forcing her into the destitution she had so flippantly wished upon me. I was facing the agonizing choice between becoming a victim, swallowing the insult and the loss for the sake of my son's memory, or becoming the perpetrator of a devastating act of revenge that, while satisfying, would destroy the last remnants of the family structure my son had created. Before I tell you what happened next, I want you to pause and comment below what you would have done in my shoes. Would you have prioritized self-preservation and walked away, or would you have triggered the nuclear option to exact justice for your stolen life? Seriously, let me know what choice you would have made right there. I chose the nuclear option. The words **, don't be dramatic, pack your bags and learn to survive, **, had completely incinerated any loyalty or mercy I might have owed to my son's widow. Chloe had chosen greed over my survival, and she had effectively murdered my security. I was fighting for my dignity and for the memory of James, who had been destroyed by her avarice. My first move was to secure my base. I knew the house sale would take time, so I had a temporary window. I didn't confront Chloe again. Instead, I drove to the bank and withdrew the last of my small personal savings, about $2,000, and rented a tiny, anonymous storage unit an hour away. This was my new headquarters, where I could work without Chloe's snooping eyes. Next, I went to work on the encrypted hard drive. James's password was simple: the date of our last family trip, and the drive opened immediately. The dossier was meticulous, devastatingly thorough. It included original files from the designer, Anna**, dated years before Chloe's launch, matching logo drafts, concept art, and detailed email exchanges where Chloe clearly signed the binding NDA. James had even kept a transcript of a recorded phone call where Chloe admitted to him that the startup was based entirely on Anna's work, which James had cleverly filed. I spent 2 days reviewing and organizing this evidence, turning it into an airtight legal case ready to be presented. My target was not Chloe herself, but her **, income stream and reputation, **. Her brand was everything. I knew that involving Anna directly would be slow and expensive. I needed something faster. I identified Chloe's largest, most prestigious sponsor, a massive international beauty brand that prided itself on ethical sourcing and originality. Their contract with Chloe was worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and their image was vulnerable to scandal. I created an anonymous online profile and sent a carefully worded message to the CEO of the beauty brand, the head of their legal compliance team, and their biggest competitor. The message was concise: your sponsored influencer, Chloe's brand name, built her entire empire on stolen intellectual property. I have indisputable evidence, including signed NDA and original design files. The evidence will be released to the public and the original designer's legal team in 72 hours. I attached a small, encrypted snippet of the most damning evidence, a preview of the original design files, metadata showing Anna's name, as a proof of concept. I included a single instruction: contact Anna, provided her full name and contact information immediately to verify the original theft. The 72-hour delay was genius. It didn't allow Chloe time to respond or cover up, but it forced the massive corporate entity to panic about the impending public relations disaster. They knew a scandal of IP theft would instantly shatter their ethical image and tank their stock. The response was faster than I could have dreamed. Within 24 hours, Anna, who I had not yet spoken to, called me, hysterical but elated. She had been contacted by the beauty brand's massive legal team, who were terrified of the pending exposé. The company wasn't interested in justice. They were interested in damage control **. They wanted to settle the entire matter before the dossier went public. The final confrontation happened not in court, but in a private negotiation room. I was there with a pro bono attorney provided by an old investigative colleague. Chloe walked in, looking glamorous but pale, flanked by a bewildered-looking lawyer she'd hastily hired. The beauty brand's legal team led the meeting. They laid out the terms, using the evidence I provided. The brand immediately terminated Chloe's contract and demanded a full refund of all sponsorship money paid. But the true masterpiece of justice was the settlement with Anna. The beauty brand, in exchange for Anna's silence and the immediate acquisition of the stolen intellectual property to make the scandal disappear legally, agreed to pay Anna a massive, confidential sum. As part of that deal, Anna, advised by the corporate legal team seeking to clean up the mess, filed a lawsuit against Chloe for all damages a suit the beauty brand quietly funded to ensure Chloe's complete financial destruction. The collapse was total. Chloe's Instagram brand was immediately demonetized and then deactivated by the platform due to the corporate complaints. She lost the sponsor, the income, and was facing a crushing lawsuit from Anna, now backed by massive corporate funding. The $750,000 life insurance money she had stolen was quickly targeted by Anna's lawsuit as recoverable assets, and her investment accounts were frozen. When she finally confronted me, bursting into the house a week later, screaming about the frozen accounts, the canceled contracts, and the ruin of her life, I was standing in the kitchen, carefully packing my own essentials. "You did this, you evil old woman. You ruined everything James gave me. Why?" she shrieked. I looked her directly in the eye, finally letting the full force of my maternal rage loose. "James gave you nothing but debt. He left me this house and my security, which you stole 2 days after his funeral. You didn't just steal the money, Chloe. You mocked my grief. You told me to pack my bags and learn to survive." I paused, letting the silence hang heavy. "Consider your bags packed. Now you can learn to survive." I had already signed the house deed over to Anna as partial payment for damages. A maneuver worked out with the lawyers to ensure Chloe got zero profit from the sale, only legal debt. I walked out that afternoon, leaving Chloe standing in the house she no longer owned, facing the complete demolition of her stolen empire. I used the small personal savings I had left to buy a tiny, clean apartment in a complex filled with other older women. I live modestly, but I live with dignity, and every penny is clean. Chloe lost everything, her brand, her money, and the house. The $750,000 was eventually used to pay off James's secret debts and fund the legal settlements. She was last seen moving in with a distant cousin, utterly stripped of her glamour, learning what it means to truly survive. I avenged my son and reclaimed my dignity. I may have lost the house, but I won the war. Like this video if you think my calculated revenge against Chloe was the only proper response. Subscribe for more stories about family betrayals and monumental justice. And please, share your final thoughts on this whole mess in the comments section below. Do you think I should have called the police instead of going straight to the corporate sponsors? I'll see you all in the next story.